Alright everyone, welcome to my review and overview of the Zoom H2N. Starting around front, we're greeted with a screen, which is really quite nice, and a record button underneath it. That is the only button on the front. And up top there's a red light that indicates what pattern you're using, and it also doubles as a clipping indicator. At the top of the device, we have the pattern selector, and again the two red lights that serve as clipping indicators. You just turn the switch to whichever pattern you want to use, and you're then recording in that pattern. Alright, on one side we have the home and menu button, the play button which rocks back and forth to select stuff, and the gain adjustment knob along with the power button. On the other side we have a line in, volume adjustment, a remote port, and a line out for headphones, and USB port. Quite a lot of connectivity. And on the bottom you have your SD card slot and a tripod mount. The SD card slot just opens like that, and it's quite easy. Speaking of SD cards, it comes with a 2GB micro SD card along with an adapter so that you can use it. The menu system is really quite nice. I didn't expect it to be so good. I mean, it's just a recorder, but it has a pretty good menu system. You press down the menu button, and that takes you to the main menu. And you get this list of stuff that you can scroll through using the play button, which, as I mentioned earlier, tilts, and it also depresses to select whatever. So I'm going to start with the input options. This is the microphone adjustment options. You have a low cut filter, which is at 80 Hz. Compression and limiting options, which is good, not necessarily for recording, but if you're streaming or doing something live and you're feeding it to your computer, it's very good for that. Monitoring options for headphones. Again, great feature. Auto gain, I don't really use it, but it's a nice feature to have. As with all these other things, you can turn it off. You have plug-in power, which is for headsets or any other type of microphone that requires power being fed to it, as opposed to just recording a line in. Moving on to recording options, you can change the recording format. It goes up to WAV 96 kHz 24-bit, all the way down to MP3 of I don't know what quality, but it's really compressed. So we have auto record options, pre-record, and you can change the file naming scheme. And yes, spatial audio. I'm just going to pause the video here because I didn't think about this while I was shooting the footage, but spatial audio is Google's Jump VR native virtual surround platform. And this Zoom recorder is one of the very few recorders that can record all the channels of the Jump VR audio natively in one file. And it's just really nice if you're into like 3D surround videos or something. If you're into VR recording, this is a really good feature. And now we can move on. Under the tools, you actually have a tuner and a metronome if you're into that sort of thing. I don't need it, but some people may find it useful. And you have the general system settings. Now, if you plug this into a computer via USB, this menu will come up. It gives you two options, an audio interface or an SD card reader. The SD card reader will just show your files to the computer so you don't have to take your SD card out. But the audio interface will let you use it as an audio interface with two sampling frequencies, depending on what you need or what your computer is compatible with. And it'll just look like that. It's really nice. Now I thought I should throw in a clip of me opening the battery door to illustrate how tight it is to get open. The first time I did it, I thought I was genuinely going to break it, but apparently the plastic is tougher than it seems, and that's just how you gotta do it. Just press down on that grill looking thing and just open it. As far as audio quality goes, it is terrific, much better than YouTube itself can represent, so I will have a download link in the description so that you can check it out yourself on whatever equipment you use. And I want to say that the other parts of the review, the audio has been compressed. It's been a vocal compression, just general voiceovers style compression. And this particular sample is just left unedited so that you can get a good idea of how it sounds when it's unprocessed. And now, with all that in mind, I do want to say that I highly recommend this microphone, but before you click away, I want to say that there are links in the description. Those links help me out a ton if you use them. I do highly recommend that you check those out. It helps me make better videos for you, and everyone wins. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.